So guys, we'll be watching the Q&A that Pastor Jerry Eze answered on his birthday celebration. So on his birthday celebration in the Streams of Joy Church, Abuja, he answered a whole lot of questions about his personal life, his marriage, his spiritual life. In fact, a lot of questions that was bombastic of him. He get to answer everything, guys. Do not go anywhere. Relax back to watch this video with me to hear and know more. Get to know Pastor Jerry Eze more. You guys, I know you don't want to miss out this video, so let's watch.
The global lead pastor.
You are not shouting.
Give the Lord a shout.
Don't stop shouting. Don't stop clapping. Don't stop shouting. Don't stop clapping.
We celebrate you, man of God. We celebrate you, man of God. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Papa, for the honor. We are so grateful, sir. You can be seated, church.
Okay, so Papa, once again, let me say happy birthday to you. It's a season we all look forward to. And I was just thinking to myself while I was sitting down, tomorrow on NSPPD there is Furnace of Answers. And I remember that the very first Furnace of Answers in Streams of Joy was on the 22nd of February, 22nd of August, 2020. The first birthday you celebrated after NSPPD began, and I know that you're such a man of the Spirit. Wow. It may not have been planned because it's around your birthday period, but I see patterns in your life. Patterns are what replicating. And most importantly, you came into the country this morning, and it's a season of holidays, vacations, people are resting, and you finish preaching. And I don't know how you do it, and this is not the first time you're doing it. You come back to the country in the morning, you literally come straight to church. How do you find strength? How do you find motivation? Where do you get it from? Like, how can we have that kind of strength? Is it that bread that Elijah ate and moved for 40 days? How exactly does it happen, man of God?
Maybe it's that bread, though. Who knows? Maybe it's literally that bread. I don't know. I don't. Sincerely, I'm just thinking, do I pray God strengthen me? I'm just thinking about it. I just think that if you are in the line of your assignment, what people call exertion of energy becomes very natural for you. So I don't know. Sincerely, I don't think I'm expending myself. I think I'm just...
So what are you expending, sir? What are you expending?
Because when people say you should be tired, my question is, why should I be tired? I've not even done... You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let me not say too much. Because honestly, to be very honest, why should you be tired that you came into the country today and you're in church?
Wow.
Like, why?
Wow.
Do you understand? You didn't use your leg to run back from London now. Do you understand? So, well, my way of trying to say, I think it's just God. You know how it is that he said to Mary, and said to Mary that you will conceive, and you know, and the power of the Most High, more or less like, I'm going to give you something, I'm going to help you carry what I've given you. So I think that's my story. He gave me something, and he's helping me carry what he has given me.
Wow, God gave something to Papa and is helping him to carry. Someone learning something?
Yes. And Papa, really, like Pastor DK said, so much is happening in your life at this season, right? And we just think, when you quit your job with the UNFPA, did you see this future? What was your motivation? Did you know that ministry will literally get to this level that you're currently?
Yes.
No, I couldn't have thought about. At the point I quitted my job, what was in my heart was just to please God. You know, I just felt like, okay, God just wants me to leave my job. How would I know? Who will show me? Even if you know that, God will use it at that point. God was going to use me. I mean, away from what my mother said, that God is going to take me to nations of the earth. I mean, that could have been a mother's, wish for the child. So, but I would never. Up until 3.5 years ago, I would never imagine in my mind. I mean, I was doing well in my corner. Eben rightly pointed it out. For us to invite Eben, which means we are trying at the time. So, We're trying, but I mean, in our wildest imagination, we never can tell. I mean, he knows what he's saying. He's ministered in our church in Canada. He's ministered in our church in London. So, and then they took care of him. That's what he was trying to tell me, even though he didn't tell me privately. Instead of him to come and thank me privately, yes. So and they took care of him. So you know how it is. If a church takes care of you very well abroad, that means they are doing well. So I would never have thought that we will come to where we are. I never would have thought. So everything is nothing but the finger of God.
Wow. And we are doing well. Can you just give the Lord a clap? Can you give the Lord a clap? Okay, so Papa, there's a video we put out on social media not too long ago, and it literally created an uproar. Media, if you're ready, it's like a video chronicling your journey a little. Media, can you play that video right away? Yes, so that's it. One of those pictures, actually, I'm privileged to have followed you for a long time, man of God. And one of them was in an NCCF camp or NYC camp, I think. And I remember vividly one of the days. So people hear about word of knowledge, words of knowledge on NSPPD and so on and so forth. But I remember one day, and it has never left my mind, that you said there's someone here. Now, this was 20 years ago, 2003 to be precise. You said there's someone here. You are AS, and the person, it was a lady and a copper, and the person who wanted to marry her also was AS, and they were confused about what next to do. And you said, God has said to me that the man was not there. The lady was there. Now, this was 2003. And you said, God said to me that the man who was not there, that his genotype had changed. Right? Yes. And it happened because I still remember when the lady showed up all of those things. Well, we didn't know that it would become like you come on NSPPD and there are several thousands of genotypes changing. But you see, a lot of people know you because of NSPPD, but not many know that by 2003, that 20 years ago, before 20 years ago, a lot of these things were happening. How do you I don't know, there are two sides to this. How do you stay humble, remembering all and seeing all that God has done, through your life? And how do you also deal with people imagining that you came out in 2020?
Stays humble.
Well, that's their imagination. There's nothing, I cannot help you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I cannot help you because the truth is that no matter what you do, people will imagine what they want to imagine. So the only way to help them is to leave them with their imagination. So we can't help you. So people will always think what they want to think. People will imagine what they want to imagine. Even if you tell them, I have been in this work of God like Methuselah. Some people will just agree. People look at you and say, where is he coming from? So I don't have a problem with that. Is that your other question that is important to me? What's that one?
About how you're able to stay humble despite all.
The question is, how do people get proud? I want to know how to. Sincerely, this is a very sincere question. I am trying to understand how do you get proud? And the second one is, why should you be proud? Why should you be proud? It's not and I'm not saying it because I want to learn how people, I don't want to learn. I want to know, why should you be proud? What do you have that he has not given you? What? I'm a student of honor. I'm a student of honor. I believe in honor. I believe people should honor people. I believe don't joke with honor. I of course, access will be denied when people become dishonorable.
If you want more of this, let me know on the comment section, because it hasn't finished. They asked him what he thinks about people talking about him, that he became famous. He just started newly and he became famous. He said he doesn't listen to that. But despite that he doesn't listen to what people say, that even though you do good or bad, people will still talk. So it's best for you to do what is good. Okay, he also went ahead. They asked him what he does in his free time. He said he's somewhere in his house, feeding himself with the word of God and doing something, praying. Then they also asked him, what about you? Has God told him about him staying here for a longer time or not? That question, it seems they are asking him if when the Lord is calling him. Then he said he's going nowhere. He's still here with us, okay? So he answered that one with so much wisdom, and okay, nobody tells when the Lord is calling him or her.